Welcome all to this very special pre-election edition. Today we need to talk about political philosophies. This is choice and choice. There's two political philosophies out there. There's this, and it has nothing to do with party affiliation, though generally they do go to one party or the other. There's conservatism, which is the party of choice. But with choice comes responsibility. And this is something that you will never see in liberalism. Liberalism is the absence of responsibility. It's the absence of choice. And also the absence of choice. Because everything relies on you relying on one entity. And that, in their case, is the government. You should not be able to choose which school you go to. You should rely on the government to pay for it. You should not choose which health care. You should rely on the government. You should not choose to save for retirement. You should rely on the government. Relying on the government has proven one and one thing only historically. You can't rely on the government for the things in life. Also, if we go back, you have three rights. And that is, 1, your right to life. 2, your right to your liberty. And 3, the ability to acquire property, maintain it, and sell it. Of course, all these come with responsibilities. If you make choices, you have to deal with the consequences of making poor ones. If you acquire property, you have to make sure that you're able to, that you have capital, that you have the means to maintain it. Selling is easy. Well, finding a buyer may not be, but selling is the easiest part. You just say, here's the price, and find people who are willing to pay it. And life. You're responsible for life. Every life. Your own and those you create. I've often said, I've written in various blogs throughout, I'm a very pro-responsibility person. I don't believe in abortion because it is wrong. It is killing a living creature because you made a mistake. Because you chose not to have sexual restraint. Because you chose not to find a good person to be with before you decide to have sex and safely. The people in the foreclosures, the people who got caught up in this, who had down payments, who had good credit, but couldn't get home loans because the house prices went so high, because people who didn't have any point or purpose buying a house did, thereby effectively raising the rates, the housing rates, house prices. But those people should be helped because they played the game. They followed the rules and they shouldn't be punished. But those who are in foreclosure, who shouldn't have been in a house in the first place, you should be kicked out into an apartment. I know right being in a house in the first place is they couldn't afford it. But it is all about choice. If you make the wrong choices, you should be ready for the consequences you'll be paying for. And if you aren't, I'm sorry. Which brings us to the election. This has nothing to do about electing political parties. This has nothing to do with electing political parties, candidates, or the politics of overwhelmingness, of overwhelming the masses, which is what one campaign has done consistently. What it is what do you want to wake up to? Do you want to wake up to the USA or the USSFA? A place where you have a choice, or a place where you don't have a choice and you're punished if you make good choices that lead to success. Oh shit. So, I urge you that when you go into the voting booth, that you make the right choice. I can't tell you what to vote for, or who to vote for. Oh, that's up to you. Well, I can tell you. I can tell you that what you need to vote for is you need to vote for people who are not going to rely on the government. We're going to expand it because every government program we've tried has failed. You should vote for the person who's not going to expand it, who's going to give you the ability to have a choice, who's going to reward those who follow the rules, and is going to not reward those who decide that they don't need to. And I hope that you make the right one. Till next time, I salute you, my fellow patriots.